we're happy to welcome Washington State head coach Kyle Smith and student athletes TJ Bamba and Mouhamed Gueye to the stage. Coach, we'll give you a few opening remarks and then we'll turn it over to questions.
No, just really excited about this group this year. We're a little different look, and I think people ask questions about that, but really proud of our two captains here that made this trip down here. They've done a wonderful job of sustaining what we accomplished last year and hopefully make another step forward. I don't know, we're just looking forward to this season.
All right, we're turning it over to questions now. We'll start with Eldridge in the back right.
Coach Smith, what happened, man? Did you file a complaint against me or something because Noah transferred to the UW? I don't have any Washington State games this non-conference.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but that'll make the Apple Cup a little more interesting this year.
For sure. Noah, as much smack as he talks when he was with you guys about UW, I just got to scratch my head on that one. But how big is the impact has it been? You know, Noah's gone, Flowers is gone, Roberts is gone, Abaghidi's gone. How much of a void has that left for you guys?
A little bit. We're just a different team. Just by our talent's different. We have a little bigger guards. I think our front court is a little more skillful. I think our group's more skillful. This should make us play a little differently, but I think our guards with TJ and Justin Powell in the backcourt, and then Andre Yakimovsky, Mouhamed, and Jay Mullins kind of fill out the group. So it's a really probably look more like teams I coach at San Francisco a little bit, in Columbia, as far as the skillfulness, hopefully, and just a lot bigger and more athletic though than those teams, I hope.
TJ, what type of role do you expect to play this year? You know, every time I see you, man, you look like an NFL linebacker to me more than a basketball player. Big old strong dude. I know Coach Smith loves your defense, but what type of role do you see yourself playing this year with all of those guys on the perimeter that aren't there this season?
I mean, I feel like it's my job this year to lead the group, you know. Being in the program for 3 years now, I know what it looks like and I know what it takes to be a great team and get to that, you know, postseason that we hopefully are pursuing this year. So I just look to lead the group, you know, put my best foot forward every game, defend, you know, and I'll definitely look forward to taking a jump on the offensive end, be more productive, efficient, and, you know, showcase my talent.
And Mouhamed, FA used to tell me you were the second best athlete on the team last year. I'm just joking, man, but what do you see your role this year? I first want to say I really enjoy watching you play. I played in the NBA. I watched a lot of NBA guys, man. I definitely think you have that type of skill set and that type of ability. I felt that sometimes you played maybe a little bit too passive, but I know you guys had a backcourt that put up a lot of shots. What did you work on in this offseason, and what's your expectations coming into this season?
This offseason, I work on my game overall, like obviously shooting because it was my biggest. But I work on my game overall, and like just what TJ said, just trying to lead, trying to be a better leader, be more vocal, be more aggressive, like you said, on the offensive end, and I think that will help the team too.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, we're going to come to Ryan here in the front left.
For Kyle and both players, with all that turnover, what are you able to carry over from last season and the success you had?
I think there's just an expectation level in the program. When we talk about having great attitudes, working hard, guys having pride in being a Coug, and the group that's behind has done that. We're just going to look a little different, but the goal is to improve every year. And I think 3 years ago, the program we inherited was 207th in the country, and we've gotten up to 44. And we need to make the next jump to do that, to be playing in the NCAA tournament in some capacity. So I think it's about, you know, the bigger picture, and who you're playing with isn't as important. I think it's a different group, but they've got a good way about them to keep improving. You guys want to chip in?
Anything from the guys? Just about what you can carry over from last year, even though the roster is so different?
I feel like last year we formed a brotherhood with the team last year, and I feel like the carryover this year is going to be that culture. So just forming that relationship off the court and, you know, building with each other, you know, really investing our times off the court with each other, that's going to carry over and, you know, hopefully carry over to the court and help us have a great year.
We're going to go to Kevin down on the front right.
Kevin Dan of Pac-12 Network. So, Mouhamed, what does it mean to you to be a captain in just your sophomore season? And then Coach Smith, what did you see in Mouhamed last year and kind of leading up to his sophomore season that makes him a good choice for a captain for this team?
For me, that means a lot. I mean, first of all, the coach trusts me, my teammates trust me, and I got a lot of more responsibilities. And you know, I gotta show them right. I gotta show them that they make the good choice, and I will show for sure.
Yeah, I think Mouhamed's one of the most talented players. That's obvious that I've ever recruited that's ever been at Washington State. But what was most impressive about him last year, and you didn't want to put a lot of pressure on him as a first year. He showed up to work every day. He was early to practice. He ends late. In our analytics and our hustle stats, he's top of the chart. So he was exhibiting leadership qualities by his example, his role modeling, and he's just taking the next step. And he's a lover, man. He loves everybody. He does. He enjoys his teammates. He enjoys his coaches. He's fun to coach. Both these guys are as good as I've had, and it may only be in some, you know, we assume this is his last year too, so might as well get a crack at being a captain. And he's done a great job, and just really looking forward to the great things he's going to do.
We're going to go to a follow-up with Ryan in the front left, and then we'll go to Matt.
Kyle, you mentioned them already, but what have you seen from the transfers, Jabe and Justin so far?
Well, I call them the twin gingers. I hope that's not offensive to redheads out there. But they're both very similar, but good. I think these guys can test. They're very pass-first guys. They're very skillful with size, can shoot. They're what we call dribble, pass, shoot guys that are make us better offensively. I mean, I had the question, where are your points going to come from? Well, I think people are going to be surprised how much both these guys improved offensively, but also it helps having those guys that they look for others. And I think the ball zips around in practice, and hopefully there's carryover that in the game. I think there will be.
We'll go back to Matt Preem.
Matt Preem, 24/7 Sports. Kyle,
Where's Matt?
right here.
Oh, okay.
Last 4 years, Washington State's improved its winning percentage every single year. For your fourth year at Washington State, what is required to make that jump again for this group to have even a better winning percentage than previous years?
Well, first of all, we'll probably have to win more games. That's the obvious. I'm a numbers guy. Don't forget I'm a numbers guy. But we've been, the last 3 years, we really made a commitment to being good defensively, rebounding, and trying to get where we could take care of the ball. I mean, Coach Montgomery's been blasting our teams for not being able to get assists. I said, look, I think it's a recruiting issue. Certainly not a coaching issue. But I think we have a group that area we address, we're going to improve. I think we're going to be better, fair to say. But the challenge is going to be for us to make that jump is to keep the defense and the rebounding at that level. And that's going to have to come from we have bigger size in the perimeter. We're more switchable. We're going to have to do those things to really compensate. We led the Pac-12 in shot blocks last year with F.A. Deshaun and Mo. We're designed differently, going to challenge us, stretch us as players and coaches to sustain. You got to defend and rebound to win. And that'll be our challenge. We got a grumpy Coach Shaw up there trying to figure out how we're going to do that moving forward.
Okay, we've got a couple on the right. We'll first go to Rocco and then go to Kim.
Hey, Coach Smith, Rocco Miller, Bracketeer.org. Welcome back to San Francisco. Just a quick question. You did so much great work here to build up the Dons program and to see them get into the tournament. Just what did that mean to you, just watching that from afar?
I was really proud of them. Being able to have someone like, Todd take over the program, someone I coached with, and then guys like Jamari Gueye, who didn't have any recruitment but really embraced like what these guys and TJ and Mo were, they're a little better athletes and a little more highly touted coming out, and they're embracing the same thing. And guys like Khalil Shabazz and guys I got to coach and see them have that success, it's neat, and gives us confidence. Our staff had some guys on there that helped build that, and then them taking it the next extra mile, and that's kind of where that was year 6 from that. So we're in year 4, so hopefully we can make that similar step.
Thank you.
We're going to come to Kim right here.
Hey, TJ, you've got the rep as kind of being an uber competitive guy, and your former teammate and former roommate, Noah Williams, at Washington now. And you guys got into a little bit of a tiff on social media. I think you referred to him as food. Can you give us maybe a little bit of a preview of that matchup and what you anticipate?
I mean, I know Noah. Noah know me, so he knows what's going to happen when we play them. Practiced against him for 3 years. I know his tendencies. He know mine. He know I really play defense. So every time he call me, I feel like he calling me to try to soften me up. But after every call, I tell him, yo, yeah, you know you fool, right? I just, feel me? Just to remind him, like, he on the other end. But, you know, it's going to be fun, though, playing against him. It's going to be fun. Like, he's a competitor. He talks a lot of smack. So I'm just looking forward to locking him up and getting that dub versus you dub, you know?
And Kyle, just when you have a player on your team that transfers in conference that you've got to play twice a year, just not specifically Noah, but how difficult is that?
Oh, it's, you know, it'll be a distraction a little bit that we just got to keep focused and remember it's our team versus their team. But, you know, we know Noah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be that piece. So I don't know, not used to it. You didn't used to be able to transfer in conference. That's more of a more new thing. So we'll see what happens.
Must see TV.
Yeah, it's good. Good for the league. More clicks, right? More eyeballs on games.
We're going to go back to Kevin Dana in the front right.
Coach, you guys are going to be making the trip to Prairie View A&M this year as part of the Pac-12 SWAC Challenge. Just curious about kind of the educational opportunities that you guys are going to have around that game. And then for Mouhamed and TJ, kind of your thoughts on playing in a game of this importance.
Well, I think I'm surprised at this. I'm from Houston. I thought it was my homecoming. Just chill. That didn't go so well. But anyway, no, we're excited to get down there, and it's an educational opportunity. These guys are obviously TJ's from New York, but Mohamed's from Senegal, and we have a very diverse group, and be able to understand a little bit about the historically black colleges and universities will be impactful for us. And I think this all goes back to when we started doing this when the George Floyd occurred, and we thought it was a great idea. And it's to encourage also, these guys don't get opportunities to play a Power 5 at home, and to be able to share those while competing as well, to be able to get those experiences that we'll have.
Yeah, for sure. I say the whole idea of it, like doing a game versus the SWAC conference, is great because, you know, people like me, I'm from New York, the Bronx, is primarily black people there. And, you know, not a lot of people get the same opportunities as other people would in suburban areas and other states. So it's like seeing people like myself from different communities going to black colleges, historically black communities and whatever. They're there so that they could be given the opportunity to be great and prosper and, you know, extend their creativity among everybody. So just being able to partner with them and then play against them, it's an opportunity for them, and it's an opportunity for us to learn more about the history that goes on down there. And, you know, I'm sure they're looking at it as an opportunity to play against a Power 5 school and, you know, being on a platform where all eyes are on them. So it's great for the both of us. Just we get a learning experience and they benefit from it, from the sport.
Yeah, just like you said, I'm just excited to go learn about the history and just have fun.
We have any other questions? I think we got one more from Shireen.
Shireen Ryan in the front row. I'm really into stats too. So very interested in what your hustle stats are. And players, what are you learning from coach about stats and how you can change your game?
I've had this question a lot. So I'll try to simplify it. It's basically our internal efficiency rating. So things that we emphasize, they get rewarded by playing more. And it's winning plays minus non-winning plays divided by possessions. The best way to describe it. Is that fair? Yeah. What are you guys learning?
I mean, well, I could say, like, from the first day I got on campus, you know, I'm from New York, you know, playing in Dykeman, Rucker Park, outside all the time. I'm thinking basketball, just basketball, you know. So then I'm learning, like, it's way more to it. Like, it's about efficiency, the numbers, statistics, and all of that. So all that being thrown at me at once, I'm like, whoa, like, what's going on? So, you know, it hit me. But then as time progressed, as time went on, and I, like, learned, like, this is the game. Like, this is where the game is going today. So you have to kind of, like, adapt with it. So once I started doing that and embracing it, I've gotten so much better, like, looking at the efficiency on defense, help, like, shooting, passing, like, all that stuff. It all comes into one, and it makes you a better player. And the more, like, go in and watch film and really, like, go in and ask questions and have them break it down to you, you kind of, like, you get a lot of aha moments, I should say. So you, like, understand everything better.
I would say it's just like a cheat code. They give you, like, the cheat code of the test. And whenever you do it, like, you see result and you see that's work. So I think it's really good for us.